So, with Age of Wushu, and, it was supposed to launch a few weeks ago. You know, that whole thing happened, and I've been hearing a lot of good things about the game, actually. Kung Fu RPG and Mo, basically Mr. Pim Daily, because, every MMO nowadays is trying to be WoW instead of being a different MMO that could probably make some money. And you know what happened to my computer when I had the free-to-play copy that they said would work just as well as the regular one? The launcher messed up, and I honestly cannot get this thing to work. So, I can't really review that game. Well, I want to take this moment just to tell you about something that I keep, close to my heart. It's I like to call them my pet producers. And they're my three favorite producers, and, generally the games accumulate enough of my saliva to run their house plumbing for a few months. They would be Bethesda, it's like my friend who I met on a trip, and every time I see them, it's always like, I lose track in time, and I lose months or weeks, and then there's Telltale Games. Always an in-depth story, something I always feel emotionally connected to, or I'm just laughing at because it's hysterical. Then there's, of course, Valve, who I see very little of, but always come with the earthly manifestation of Christ, at the very least. So, basically, I was, scrolling through the Steam library while I was waiting for Age of Wushu to reinstall for the third time, because I was looking for, well, more or less just a game to play, in case Age of Wushu messed up. And I saw a new Telltale game. It was pre-ordered. I had to pre-order it. It was Poker Night 2. It's basically Poker Night the Inventory. Essentially, it's a poker simulator, Texas Hold'em, because Telltale Games can't seem to be able to program anything other than Texas Hold'em. Well, the lineup for this game, with Poker Night at the Inventory, we had the Heavy from TF2, Tycho from Penny Arcade, we had Max from Max and Sam, and then we also had Strongbag from Strongbag's Epic Adventure for Attractive People. Two of those being Telltale Games characters. One of them is a Penny Arcade character, and then the last one was a TF2 character. The reason, what they gave was basically extra items for TF2. It was weapons and, the hats and the glasses, the things that have set the perfectly good character design. So, that's why you play it, and there was some amusing dialogue between the different characters. And basically, to get these items, occasionally one of the characters would not have money to play, so they wager their most prized possessions. That makes any sense? Want to play poker, but I don't got money, so I'm going to give you this relic, priceless artifact, for no real reason. Right, so this time around we had Sam for Max and Sam, first character. Our second character was Claptrap from Borderlands 2, that ecstatic, eccentric character. We also had Ash from Army of Darkness. Those who played that, I didn't really play a bit of the demo. Then there was the fourth, which was some strange character from a game I've never even heard of. Was, I don't remember what it was. And Steam wants to screw me over. Yeah, I love you too, Valve. Of course, this time we have 5th character, the dealer, GLaDOS, because, you know, Valve had to get in there somehow, you know, make up for the fact that we don't have Half-Life 3, or Portal 3, or Left 4 Dead 3, or, you know, anything else that anyone really cares about Valve. Anyways, so this time, rather than just getting items for TF2, you are getting items for Borderlands 2, as well. So you can get an assassin, you can get portal skin for your assassin, a skewer for... Oh, sure, now I get loud. Of course there's a Tomb Raider sale. Why do you always have to give me these things when I don't really want them? I don't have money. Alright, guys, this is like something different. I'm sorry, I don't usually do this. Poker Night 2. Sorry, I'm kind of ad-libbing today because I was kind of on a deadline and I didn't have as much time as I considered I would. So, you know, essentially I had to, like, free verse this one. I didn't really have a chance to prepare. Usually I have a script just right on my computer and I'd be reading it off and, you know, putting my enthusiasm in it. But right now you get... Okay, well, there isn't going to be much gaming footage in this video because, honestly, there isn't much footage at all in the game. Alright, here it is. Brock Sampson from the Venture Bros. And the items that we have are... Okay. For Borderlands 2 and TF2 items, we have a poker visor for the Siren in Borderlands 2. Still Borderlands 2. Gunzerker, Brock Sampson's hair. Commando, Evil Ash Head. Assassin Portal Skin. Necromancer Max Mask. And as soon as this all loads. Right, and for TF2, we have the Longfall Loafers for our Scout. The Necronomic Crown for our Pyro. The Bloodhound for the Sniper. The Dappa Disguise for the Spy. And Samson Skewer for the Heavy. Honestly, there isn't, you know, I can't really talk about Poker Night 2 without ending up talking about Poker Night at the inventory. It's essentially the same game, although a slightly different mechanic has been added for the way that you acquire the items. That would be through gathering tokens and then purchasing them from an in-game store. You get tokens through winning you get tokens from winning tournaments. Although in all honesty, unlike the last one where you got weapons and the accessories, you know, I didn't really like the accessory idea in TF2. I mean, you got perfectly good character design. Let's just smack it with a cake, you know. And so this time we don't even have any weapons you can get. You just got a bunch of aesthetic items, unless the Samson Skewer turns out to be a weapon. I doubt it. And you see, last time we got a pistol, a cloaking mechanism for the Spy, a new heavy weapon, and then 2 aesthetic items for TF2. Now we're getting 5 aesthetic items for TF2. If you don't see what I'm saying here, it's that I don't think that if you want items for TF2, then go and buy Poker Night at the inventory. It's $5. If you want items for Borderlands 2, because you like Borderlands 2, and you don't think that the perfectly good character design is good enough, then buy this game. If you want to make your character in TF2 look like he came from an anime convention, then buy Poker Night 2. If you play Poker Night at the inventory and you want to hear the amusing dialogue that Telltale Games always gives us, then buy Poker Night 2. Honestly, I'm only going to give it a... I can't say it's not Telltale. 6 out of 10. Damn you, Telltale, why you have to ruin me? And I'm being generous there, because honestly, this is the exact same game as Poker Night at the inventory, and the only difference is the way that you acquire your items, the items that you get, and the dialogue between the characters, and you can also buy drinks, but, you know, who cares? There isn't really much difference, honestly. You just buy Poker Night at the inventory. I'd give that a 9 out of 10, just because of some of the dialogue between the characters. Specifically, Max, and the Heavy, and Tycho, and the egotistic Strongman. You know, the entire cast in that game was amusing. You know, it was more of a clash of character persona. This game, it's more of a, you know, these guys are here, deal with it type thing. So 6 out of 10, if you want to play this game because you just want a Telltale game, buy it. If you want it because of the items, buy it. If you want it because if you want amusing dialogue that Telltale Games always provides us, then get the first one. Just being honest there. And sorry for the lack of professionalism without the script or anything prepared. I'm sorry. I'm just like cut for time right now. I'm just tight week. Okay, we'll see you next week. I'm going to be doing another video next week, and then I'm going to be going back to doing every other. Next 2 weeks are going to be a review, and then I'm going back to every other week. Anyways, I'm trying to get another reviewer on because Justin is kind of having trouble getting his videos. So I'm not going to put that all on him, so I'm going to try to find someone else and fill in the gaps when I'm not doing reviews. See y'all later.